beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Play action now, Winston. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start the drive with Drake. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
To throw is Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Flex
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Watch twist! Watch twist!
Now on first down, Drake again. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. This is Hines. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A second down throw for Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and it's caught by Parker. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On the give, this is Drake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run with Drake. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Flex round! Flex round!
On third down, Brissett. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So the Patriots coming out now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 44 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On third down, Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. From the left hash, this from 46. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that will help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tall.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it. Nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And some space here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Brissett on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down, Brissett. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adrian Claiborne able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep over them. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Parker unable to get that one.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now a toss play to Bernard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. On play action, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Play fake. Winston. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Flex round! Flex round!
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Flex round!
Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Drake, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey. 4 down.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Flex round! Flex round!
Running, it's Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Oh, good move. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On the toss, Bernard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This one left side caught by Patterson. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They pitch it out to Johnson. Now he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They go play action. Winston. And able to find Dorsett. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Working out of the gun. Winston escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Winston. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a New England touchdown. David Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 10-3. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, That's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
First down, Brissett. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Flex round! Flex round!
On first and goal, Drake. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Flex round!
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle. That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And an alley to run. Cordero Patterson, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cordero Patterson, 93 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And over the middle, this is Parker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett to throw on first. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Brissett now on second down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
From the red zone now, Brissett. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll throw again. Brissett buying time to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They come out here in the I. Here's a run with Balaj. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Now it's Patterson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And some room to work. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Let's go now.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Off the play fake, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now Bernard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Second and goal from the 1. He's going to get it running right. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Ohio.
A first down throw for Brissett. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bernardrick McKinney in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. Only 3 punts in NFL history have gone for 90 yards or more. You just witnessed one. It's number 4. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's looking deep for Bell. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 62 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Brissett now. Just keeping the play alive. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now out come the Patriots. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, Johnson. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you try to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run again with Bernard. And some room to roam now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. David Johnson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. The return man is Grant. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Throwing. Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Brissett sets to throw it. Being chased out left. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! 53!
A second down throw for Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Switch!
Brissett on 3rd and 2. This is caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Paul Richardson, 31 yards, and the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game.
Big score, first step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here.
Set
again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Jameis on second down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bernardrick McKinney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action now. Winston. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Steps away to his left. It's complete to Parker, left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is Drake, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And with that, they still have a chance, partner.
Yeah, if that ball's knocked away, this game is probably over. But guess what? We still got some ball to play.
Ohio! 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 Ohio!
Back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again,